Here we go. Last lesson in logistics and supply chain right there for you. Please be seated. These are always a lot of fun. So let me begin with the formal piece. I've got about a 90-minute speech or so that's been prepared for me, but we're going to ad-lib it and keep it moving along, which scares Alicia to death. But first off, let me offer my sincere welcome. It's awesome to see people. All right, so welcome to the Olin Business School at Washington University in St. Louis. It truly is a pleasure. You can see it in the faces of the faculty and the staff and the friends and family and all of you. All right, it is truly a pleasure to welcome you, not virtually, not in two dimensions, but in person. I think we deserve a round of applause just for that. This is fantastic. We're clearly here for a pretty momentous occasion. This is your graduation. All right, the culmination of one, and we'll talk a bit about what our expectations are as we go forward. They will not involve optional high-pass exams. They will not involve grading per se, but we'll talk about those as we go through. But welcome to your graduation from the IIT Bombay, Washington University Executive MBA program. Students of batch 6, and I might have heard through the grapevine, do we have some 5 out there? All right, here we go. Nice to see my 5 people as well. My name is Todd Milborn. I will be your MC on the day. I've been here now for 22 years. We'll hit the 22-year mark here in about 3 days and 4 hours, I think, somewhere around that mark. But I serve as the Vice Dean for Faculty and Research here at WashU Olin. Dean Taylor was having to travel. You may have seen some memos. We're in a bit of a transition year, so you get me, and I'm honored to be here. In addition to welcoming everybody here in the audience in St. Louis, I want to welcome family members, friends, colleagues, associates who are watching this ceremony through the live stream. I'll occasionally make eye contact with the camera so you know that we are here. But I want you to know how proud you must be to celebrate the accomplishments of your family members that are seated here and a few of you that are seated virtually from there. I'd also like to welcome members of the faculty and staff at the Shailesh J. Mehta School of Management who are watching this ceremony from India. It's getting pretty late, so hopefully we'll keep them awake through the end. To the School of Management that are watching. On behalf of everyone here in St. Louis, thank you for your great contributions to the program, both those that are here as well as those that are watching remotely. As I stand here today and look at each of you, you can unequivocally see stories of commitment and resilience. All right? Dedication, determination. I see individuals who came to our joint executive MBA program with a goal. You may have had a plethora of goals, but you certainly had a goal, and it was to get to here. All right? You've made it clear you are not going to be deterred by anything and ultimately achieving that goal. All right? And your class motto, which some of you may not be aware of their class motto, I think is the epitome of really summing up what you've gone through, what you've done, and how to get here. The class motto, pioneer, persevere, and progress. I think that's pretty awesome. I've sat through a lot of graduations. I've seen a lot of mottos. I think that captures it. All right? As we all know way too well, the world has thrown us a few obstacles. All right? I have an American background, so I'm going to say kind of thrown a few curveballs from here. I'm not cool enough to fully appreciate and understand cricket. Our dean tried to get me out there. I was awful. All right, but we've certainly had some obstacles along the way. All right, but you've made it through, undaunted and ready to take on the world and the next step with what you have built up. Your arrival at this moment, I think, is a testament to your agility and your determination. The experiences that you're going to carry from this, I think, are going to serve you incredibly well through the next business plan, the next merger, the next startup, the next product launch. God forbid, but certainly is going to be in our expectation, the next crisis. All right? We learn by persevering through these things, and we know you're going to be incredibly well equipped to do that. And yet, as we celebrate today, we know we're entering a world that is markedly different from the one that we've known. We're dealing with supply chains. I love that I had a supply chain reference right off the bat. All right? We're dealing with supply chains more easily hobbled than we ever could have imagined. We're adapting to new ways of working, facilitated by technologies that barely had gained a foothold for many of us just 2 years ago. And now you can't think of a day in which we're not using those, including the weekends. Right? We're confronting a peculiar incongruity about global business, which is in many ways more complex yet ironically more streamlined in other dimensions. Yet again, your resilience, agility, and determination assure me and all of your faculty and staff colleagues that have been along this venture with you that you are unequivocally ready. Batch 6 and Batch 5 students, you are contributing to a growing legacy formed by this amazing joint venture. This collaboration globally between respected research and educational institutions in both Mumbai and in St. Louis. You are part of this. You are furthering a legacy begun just 6 years ago when the first class from this program sat exactly where you are seated right now. And we'll have many classes that will come and sit in exactly these same seats as we go forward. As you complete this program, I think the grades are in, all the marks are done, everybody's okay? Just double checking that we didn't have any sort of, hanging votes to get through. We're here. As you complete this program, you join a distinguished and influential community of alumni from IIT Bombay and from Washington University. You're part of the families, right? And these are big, global, expansive families. Sometimes that's problematic in real families, but in this one, it's fantastic across the board. Each of you is prepared to make significant contributions to our global society and economy and to each of your organizations, whatever they may be and whatever they may be in the future. All of us, it says I, but I'm going to say we. This is a we event. We expect you all to be leaders and innovators in your chosen fields. Over the past decades, many students have preceded you to establish a legacy that you're now part of. Our executive MBA program here at St. Louis was established more than 30 years ago to challenge like-minded individuals to become leaders with global vision, local impact on both their companies, their communities, and whatever else they may touch. Knowing you, knowing the efforts you've made, and firsthand knowing the demands that we have made upon you through this journey, we're all incredibly confident that we can count on you to make exactly that impact. The faculty of IIT Bombay and of Washington University, we're all very, very proud of you, very proud. And be with that for a minute. I'm going to ask the faculty here today to please stand as I call your names so that you can give a little bit at this point. The grades are in, the assignments are done, the extra late hours, those things are a distant memory, to give you a chance to acknowledge that. I'll begin with a very special welcome to our partner, our friend, and our guest, Professor Rao, head of the Shailesh J. Mehta School of Management. If you would stand and keep standing as we will get everybody up. He gets one. For my colleagues, we'll wait. Welcome, Professor Rao. In addition, as you can see from the stage, we have several from the St. Louis contingency. I'll ask that you remain standing as I call your name. Hold your applause to the end, and then we'll give a resounding shout out to our faculty. Nicholas Argyris, or we can do it now. Marcus Baer, Sam Chun, Kurt Dirks, Dan Elfenbein, Todd Gormley, Mahendra Gupta, and Jackson Nickerson. I'm going to throw myself in there. Todd Milborn. I had batch 5, people. Please be seated. I want to also take this opportunity, because this is absolutely a shared venture from start to finish. All right? I want to take the opportunity to thank everyone on our joint executive MBA team who works year-round, tirelessly, behind the scenes, such that we could be exactly at this spot today to celebrate. Well, Goplan Shukla, Niade Parikh, Corey Barron, and Darlene Lasone, would you please stand so that we may recognize you? There we go. We even got a shout out from the pup. That's impressive. All right. I also want to recognize through the live stream so many of the team members from our partners in Mumbai that are unable to attend today. We also thank you for your efforts. Finally, one important reason that you, as students, and now former students, now soon to be alums of 2 distinguished universities, you can only be here with the support of others. The support of your families, support of your families and your friends. I'm an emotional guy. It's an important thing. All right? They've supported you through the time you've spent away from home and in many other ways almost assuredly. All right. We have a few family members, all right, some that are even have 4 legs. All right. We have a few family members in the audience today, and I am assured we have many more watching this on the live stream. Will the members of the batch 5 and batch 6, I'm going to keep editing this along the way, please stand, turn and face the camera and your friends and family here to thank them for the support that you would have. There we go. We got some waves. The puppy feels your love. All right, please be seated. Hey, this is a celebration. It's fun. Kids can scream. You can run up and down the aisles. You'll be in trouble with your mom, but I got your back. Yeah, no, I've got you right there, my man. All right. It is now my honor to welcome Professor Rao, head of the Shailesh J. Mehta School of Management at IIT Bombay. He's going to come to the platform here in just a second to share some remarks with us at this momentous event. Our collaboration on creating the IIT Bombay Washington University Executive MBA program would not have been possible without the input and the leadership and the tireless efforts of faculty like Professor Rao. Now, as a kindred spirit, Professor Rao, like myself, is a professor of finance. He's been a core faculty member at many institutions, including the Indian Institute of Capital Markets, and he's also a research scholar. His work has appeared in publications such as the Eurasian Review of Economics and Finance, the ICFAI, Journal of Applied Finance, among many other leading professional journals. I'd ask that you please join me in welcoming Professor Rao to the lectern.
Dear Todd Milburn and distinguished professional colleagues from Olin Business School, graduating executives and their families, very good morning to all of you. We were all eagerly waiting for this day, for this moment, for last 1.5 years in case you are from batch 5, and for last 6 months in case you are from batch 6. So pandemic has pushed our academic calendar by 6 months. And this moment is the moment of accomplishment. We witnessed the ongoing achievement of another milestone commemorating the pioneering and the first of its kind joint venture between the 2 great universities. Today marks the continuous flow of talented executives graduating under our joint academy. These graduates make distinguished contribution to the industry and indeed to the global economy. They are going to contribute to the growth of Indian economy and making it the 4th largest economy in the world by the end of this decade. What we built together is impressive partnership for which all of us feel immensely proud. And I take this opportunity to thank all of you at Washington University, at Olin Business School, and former Dean of Business School, Professor Mahendra Gupta. Professor Mahendra Gupta initiated the process for collaboration with IIT Bombay somewhere during the early 2000s. And it has taken sweet 5 years of the discussion and arrived at the decision by 2015. That's where we admitted the first batch of EMBA in July 2015. I also thank outgoing Dean of Olin Business School, Mark Taylor, who strengthened the partnership and taken it to the new high during last 5 years. We at IIT Bombay demonstrated our commitment for the partnership by creating state-of-the-art facilities in our campus with a capex of around $2 million for conducting this program. And as you know, the residencies of the program are being conducted in the new facility since February of this year. Dear graduating executives, we live in a very volatile and uncertain times with multiple challenges to our environment, geopolitical risk, rising inequality, a once-in-time pandemic situation, and fast-changing technology, which is positively changing our daily life and redefining the very nature of how we work, and also comes with the threat of cyber attacks. But there is also good news. you are managing businesses in what has been termed as world's fastest growing economy. It is rightly said that current century belongs to India. 3 Ds, namely digitization, data science, and design thinking, are going to be the drivers for future economy. Or in a way, we can say that we are starting the third revolution, first being the industrial revolution, second being the information technology revolution, and the third is going to be the digital revolution. And India is well placed and well prepared to take the advantage of new economic drivers. You are also managing businesses in a world where the rules of business and expectations from the corporates have fundamentally changed, from just serving shareholders to serving all stakeholders, now to focusing on ESG, which means focusing on environment, social responsibility, and corporate governance. As per the Indian philosophy, we are made up of 5 fundamental elements or essential elements, which we call them as a Panchabhutas. And the same elements are required for our sustainability on the earth. And we have seen that 3 of these 5 elements are being adversely impacted by so-called economic development. We are all witnessing the adverse impact of climate change on water, air, and soil. So as policymakers seek ways to address these challenges, developing green taxonomies, which involves classification systems that identify business activities with genuine environmental benefits, is becoming a greater priority. Such frameworks could prove effective at channelizing capital towards the most sustainable activities by defining what can be labeled as green, while providing a yardstick by which to judge the effectiveness of wider suite of green policies. Corporate sector is equally concerned about the impact of industrial activities on the environment. They are focusing on green technology for the manufacturing, and the investors, lenders are talking about the green financing. Then the marketing force is talking about the green marketing. In response to global environmental challenges, including climate change, the green economy recorded a compounded annual growth rate of 14% over the last 12 years. With a market capitalization of over $7 trillion and a weight of 7.1% of the global equity markets, which is expected to grow to 16 to 25% by year 2050. The green economy by itself is the 5th largest industry, comparable in size to the fossil fuel sector. Business must not only grow and create value, but also be part of the solutions to the challenges of the communities in which they operate. In order to achieve this, we need leaders of new generation. We need leaders who are purpose-driven and value-led. We need leaders who truly believe we can do well by doing good. We need leaders who run not just great companies, but good companies, which are not only commercially sound, but also companies that care. We need leaders who are competent, but also compassionate. We need leaders who are smart, but also sensitive. We need leaders who are as comfortable operating in developing economy as they are in developed economy. Dear graduating executives, these are exactly the kinds of leaders that we want to see in you going forward. We expect you to fulfill the grand vision of our country and play a part in nation building. We hope you meet our expectations. Congratulations and my very best wishes to all of you and your family members. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Professor Rao. It is now my distinct honor to introduce our student speaker, Balaji Naidu. Did I get close? That's right. I was trying. I was playing it on there. I was practicing this morning. In early 2011, during the Arab Spring media blackout in Egypt, Balaji was the focal point for live television broadcasts using ingenious technology that allowed the entire world to see what was happening on the ground. Today, Balaji is the founder and CEO of Scoopro, the world's first cloud-based mobile news gathering platform for reporters and news channels around the globe. Before that, Balaji was involved in Al Jazeera's English version for international expansion, establishing newsrooms and news bureaus across Asia, the Middle East, Africa, Europe, and the Americas. Please join me in welcoming Balaji to the stage. The floor is yours.
There's a famous quote of Mahatma Gandhi. By education, I mean all-round drawing out of the best in the child and man, body, mind, and spirit. In the same spirit of this quote, I want to submit to each person sitting here on this momentous occasion, the whole Washington University in St. Louis, all in Business School, and Indian Institute of Technology, Shailesh J. Mehta School of Management faculty community has drawn out the best in each and every one of us. It is an honor to have studied in these distinguished campuses of WashU as well as IIT Bombay. My name is Balaji Rajaram Naidu, and on behalf of the WashU and IIT Bombay Executive Education Class of 2022 Batch 6, I want to thank each person in these two communities to have helped us to this point in our lives. A point where we have the opportunity to walk across the stage having rigorous years of learning. Professor Dean Taylor, Professor Anjan Thakur, Professor Todd Milburn, Professor Saparnarayan Rao, and Gopal Shukla, thank you for stepping up your roles and inspiring the student with your humility and burning desire to see the senior executives like us turn the world upside down. Faculty, thank you for constantly presenting us with contents that have challenged our mind. We are fully persuaded that there is no other institution in the world whose faculty are such academic thought leaders and in love with teaching, and is in love with students as they are all. Thank you, Professor Mahendra Gupta and Professor Radha, for giving us the opportunity to be the part of this great institution. Thank you, Professor Dan Alfenbein, Professor Marcus Baer, Professor William Bottom, Professor Ron King, Professor Usha Anantakumar, Professor Dinesh Sharma, Professor Radhakrishna Jagannath, Professor Vinish Katuria, Professor Mahendra Gupta, Professor Peter Baumgarten, Professor Nick Argyris, Professor Todd Gromley, Professor Anjan Thakur, Professor Tariq Ghani, Professor Samuel Chun, sorry Sam, Professor Dennis Zhang, and Professor Jackson Nicholson. Thank you all. Thank you all for teaching and for challenging our status quo and for imparting us a lifelong learning. Our takeaway from this lesson learned over the past years is not an academic one, but a life-changing experience, which our entire cohort will carry forth for the rest of our lives. Now it will be easy for me to stop the thank you right here and move on with this speech. But I'll be completely remiss if I don't stop and thank a few of our friends. Thanks, Niyati. I can't smile, Niyati. Thank you, Niyati, for treading along in every step of our students' lives, and to your team, Priya Thakur, Pranali Bhosle, Amar Goswami. Your tireless work has paved the way for each and every of our students here at WashU IIT to have the best experience possible. And thank you, Corey Barron. Thank you, Darlene Lisson, for making us all feel at home in WashU. You are a great host. Thank you all for making our saga experience our best experience for the last few years. Without the help of each group of people I just named, it would be impossible for each graduate to be sitting here where we are today. It takes each and every single person in these two communities working together in unity to draw the best in each of us. Each person is valuable on the quest that we have been on the past years to become whole persons. Neither life nor career take us on a straight path. This is the advice given to most young MBA students as they graduate. But for executive MBA students gathered here, we know of this tough life lesson even before we joined this program. We have been through enough trials and tribulations to know this. They say change is the only constant, and adapting to change is the big part of learning in MBA courses. However, for us, learning extended from our syllabus into real life. One of my favorite cast from Hollywood, Obi-Wan Kenobi, says, "Skill is the child of patience, and patience we were all." Our class had to navigate through unprecedented fallout of the global pandemic. Learning structures, timelines, and more critical aspects of the program had to be debated and altered as we navigated uncharted waters. And every one of us, both students and faculty, took on the challenge head on and made sure that come what may, the quality of learning will never suffer. Who would have thought that the pandemic would make us more resilient and put us practice our learning in real time as we manage exceptional change at home, at work, and at school? A Scottish novel, James M. Barrie, once said, "Life is a long lesson in humility, and humble we must be." The learning that abundance gap is defined as the gap between the highest level of excellence and performing at a normal level. Is the difference between Mahatma Gandhi and a political demonstrator at a rally. The difference between Michael Jordan and a recreational basketball player, or the difference between Berkshire Hathaway and a profitable firm. Taking individuals and organizations for being good to being exceptional. That's what this Washu Emba has imparted in each and every one of us. There are great success stories to come from among us, batchmates, friends coming together and creating synergy to build startups. The discussion and debate among cohorts brings out the best in us. One such story is about a multi-billion-dollar untapped business opportunity a few of us have come together and identified, and we will pursue. I, for one, will truly cherish and lean on this network for years to come, and you all should too. To our parents, spouse, children, and extended family who have constantly encouraged us with their words of affirmation, and most importantly, the patience, love, and support. To lifelong friends who have been made, it's because of you, this Washu IIT MBA experience has been one of a kind. We are privileged to have had the opportunity to learn valuable business lessons from some of the world's best professors. As we all know, the word valedictory is a speech expressing farewell, and it's an adjective that relates to saying goodbye. I, however, believe that this is the beginning of a lot of collaboration, friendship, and trust building among us. The amazing network we have built in this cohort is a true blessing that cannot be abandoned here. Standing here, receiving our degree is a dream come true to all of us. And with this, I say congratulations to the MBA class of 2022, Batch 6. Our hard work has paid off. Not many thought we could do it, but we sure did. Thank you. Now I have the honor of presenting the Faculty Recognition Award. Each year, the graduating class is pooled for its choice of 2 faculty who have proven to be outstanding in the classroom. The Faculty Recognition Award was created to acknowledge excellence in teaching. Batch 6 would like to present our first award to Professor Anjan Thakur. Professor Anjan Thakur taught us more about life then I could learn about life myself. Many of you have started the higher purpose and the emotional rekindling of what made us who we are and what we are. Unfortunately, Professor Anjan Thakur is out of town and not here to receive the award. But may I hand it over to Professor Todd. Thank you. For our second faculty recognition award, we ended up with a tie. I will begin with Professor Peter Baumgarten. We learned, again, leadership with Professor Peter Baumgarten and what was leadership above and beyond being a leader. Thank you, Peter. And Professor Peter Baumgarten is also not able to join our ceremony in person. Congratulations, Peter Baumgarten. I would like to hand over the certificate of Peter Baumgarten to Professor Todd.
We're going to stack these up, my friend.
And we also selected Professor Ron King, who taught us the big differentiation between Wall Street and Main Street, and made our life easy to read through bundles of financial accounting paper easy. Thank you, Professor Ron King. And Professor Ron King is also not able to join our ceremony today, but congratulations, Professor Ron King. I would like to hand over the certificate again to Professor Todd. Thank you, Professor.
Thank you.
Thank you all. It was wonderful. And let our friendship continue forever. Thank you, professors.
So at this time, I would like to present the Student Recognition Award. So as per the Indian tradition, Guru comes first, Shishya comes next. So we are following this sequence in this meeting today. This award is presented to the graduating executive MBA student who, in the opinion of the faculty and administration, best exemplifies the qualities of scholarship, character, and leadership, and who enjoys their classmates' respect, admiration, and affection. This year, the faculty could not select one student. We also have a tie. So first, I will invite Kaizad Engineer to the stage to receive this award. And now, I invite Katyan Gupta to the stage to receive this award.
Thank you, Professor Rao, and congratulations to both students. Do another round of applause. Biology, that was fantastic. And you got a Michael Jordan reference in there. As a Chicago boy, I'm very grateful. So no, that was amazing. Thank you for your remarks. I want to also offer my own congratulations virtually to Professor Thakur, Professor Baumgartner, and Professor King on receiving the Faculty Recognition Award. These things mean a lot to us. They absolutely do. The respect and admiration is always incredibly heartfelt. And I know all three of them were personally sad. They all texted me separately. Even Anjan knows how to text. He's not very good, but even Anjan knows how to text. And they were very sad that they couldn't be here with you today. Hey, it's time to get the show on the road. I think we should hand out some degrees, or at least folders that will eventually hold degrees. All right. At this time, I invite Professor Rao and Gopal Shukla to join me in presenting the candidates. As we prepare the stage, we'll ask, as Alicia's already doing, so she wrote this redundantly for me, we'll ask the first row of graduates to please stand and begin making your way to the side of the stage. There we go. Oh, my pleasure.
So ready? Yay. Balaji Naidu. Rahul Agarwal. Sumit Madwaikar. Naresh Bhasin. Ramesh C. Kaizad Engineer. Siddharth Murthy. Satyajit Kumar. Kandeva Bandyopadhyay. Muthu Kumar. Chirantan Bose. B.S. Rao. Sarath Bhatt.
That's good.
Alok Gautam. Sumit Sharma.
Big smile.
Parag Katle. Katyayan Gupta. Srinivasa R. Saurabh Jogdan. Mangesh Amle. Anant Agnihotri. Ranjana Sutar. Ruben Verma. Saurabh Sharma. Kiran. Srinivas Iyer. Shahnaz Khan. Vikas Kataria. Fazan Pasha. Hanish Raheja. Sandeep Rajagopal. You know it. Atul Varjatya. Pankaj Joshi. Nishit Sood. Richard Teknath.
Richard, big Richard. Yeah, Richie. The team. Thank you very much.
Bala. Seshadri Srinivas. Venkataya Kore. Vinod Reddy. Rakesh Shukla. Manjunath Udiyala. Vikram Gumaste. Congratulations, everyone. Yeah.
You want to? Give everybody a chance to get back to their spot. Will everyone please join me in congratulating our newest class of graduates at our WashU Olin alumni from the IIT Bombay, Washington University Executive MBA program. Please stand and congratulate them. Very, very well done. Very, very well done. I'll give a little Ron King. You know he wanted one of these for you. There you go. Please be seated. We're almost there, I promise. All right. Before we wrap up our celebration on the day, I want to say a few words about WashU Olin's ongoing commitment to you as you now leave the universities, all right, and embark on the next chapter in your careers. All right. From the St. Louis side, we're very fond of saying, once Olin, always Olin. And we stand by that. That is our motto. Once Olin, always Olin. You are part of that family, and you get an expanded family with an extension as well. I know all of my colleagues, faculty, staff, alums, current students, we all feel that, and we expect you to partake. Right? Wherever you are in the world, whatever career path you have taken, we want you to stay connected to your alma mater, to us. Right? It's a family. The family stays together. From social events to speaker series, from career resources to lifelong learning, we are here to help you remain engaged. Stay informed. Right? Come in and join a research talk by some of the faculty. Grow your network. Continue learning as we put on different activities. WashU Olin's lifelong learning platform is developed just for our alumni as part of that Always Olin creed. It's filled with opportunities for you to grow across your career, both personally and professionally. Welcome to the alumni families of Washington University Olin Business School and IIT Bombay. Please join me in congratulating one last time the class of 2022. We are all counting on you to be active ambassadors, mentors, and members of the IIT Bombay and Washington University communities. We've made it. This concludes our graduation recognition ceremony. I'd ask for participants in the room. Please do wait for the stage participants, which will lead the way, and the graduates to recess out of the auditorium. Then please do join us. We've got a party. Right? Just outside here in the Frick Forum to celebrate the achievements of this class. Thank you and congrats one more time.